Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again for yet another little mini out and about video for you guys today. This one brings me out to Burbank, California, coming on over to good old Dark Delicacies, man. There's a special guest that's gonna be in attendance, and I just happen to love her and her podcast that she has, Talk Scary to Me. But let's head on into Dark Delicacies, one of the coolest horror-related stores out here in Burbank, California. Let's head on in. Just got into Dark Delicacies, and the man, Dell himself, the owner and proprietor of this establishment, is right here on TikTok. You have a TikTok, sir?
I don't.
Okay, but Dark Delicacies does have Instagram and Facebook.
It does.
Yeah, so how is
and a website.
And the website, darkdelicacies.com, for upcoming private signings and events.
That's right.
You are having one for
quick. Okay.
You're having one for the dentist, the double feature pack, Blu-ray coming up.
That is true.
Is there any other special ones happening that are of note?
Yes, we have a Bubba Hotep signing coming up, and My Bloody Valentine signing.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys check them out on Dark Delicacies.
My Bloody Valentine game.
The game.
Word game.
Yeah, man. Make sure you guys check it out, darkdel.com. Link down below for all these cool different signings and events. And of course, when you come to Dark Delicacies, you have to check out their big wall of DVDs. They even have new releases when it comes to independent horror films, like my buddy James Balsamo's, one of his new movies called Slice. They have going on right there. Psycho Santa 1 and 2 on DVD. Amityville Hex, Rewind or Die. Like if you're into indie horror, this is the place to be. Amityville Theater. There's a lot of Amityville movies, especially Amityville Karen, directed by cool duder himself, Sean C. Phillips. Representing $20 is over here at Dark Delicacies. But like I said, they have a big wall of doom when it comes to all horror movies, and they happen to have a couple of movies that I make small appearances in, or cameos, whatever. Caesar and Otto's Deadly Xmas, they have going on right there, and Caesar and Otto's Paranormal Halloween. They have some stuff that I make quick appearances in over here at Dark Delicacies. Hey Scout!
Hey babe!
Guys, I'm here with Scout Taylor-Compton right now, over here at Dark Delicacies, hanging out, chilling out. We got Sam Irvin in the house as well, promoting his new book. I was a teenage monster hunter, but girl, you've been killing it with Daniel Harris right now on the Talk Scary to Me podcast.
Yes.
So how do you feel how it's going right now? Because like I know you guys started out, we don't even know what we're doing.
Yeah, we didn't know what the fuck it was gonna be, to be honest. We had no idea. We just were like doing girl chat, but we just have got such great chemistry, and we love each other so much, and we're so grateful that everybody listens to it and fucking loves it as much as we do. So it's been a really great time.
I find it kind of cool and unique because you guys, like, especially you speak your mind.
I do.
And you guys talk about like some of the stuff that you would never think.
Sex?
Yeah, like butt plugs and stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of, one of my co-stars, butt plugs.
What?
We're just doing an interview.
Well, yeah, we're just talking about butt plugs.
Say hey, Brock.
Oh
Say
my
hey.
God.
Come
Say
on.
hi.
Butt plugs.
Oh my God! They're like, it's like some of the stuff that comes out of your lady's mouth on this podcast is what keeps us watching and keeps going with it.
You know, it's interesting because it's like, everybody's so nervous talking about sex and love, and it's kind of, we all go through it, and we all have insecurities, we all have issues in those departments. So I think it's interesting for us as women to come out and be outspoken about it.
Right?
Yeah.
And you guys also talk about, on this Talk Scary to Me podcast, different horror topics.
Yeah.
And like, you have like different phone calls that you guys find and like, add on there of like real murders.
Yeah, we like to unravel cases. Right now we're doing the Idaho murders that are happening right now. So we're talking about that kind of stuff. But I grew up with my dad's a mortician in a corner, so I grew up like looking at his files and stuff. So crime and true crime always has been an interest of mine. So
speaking of you being a coroner's daughter, what's some of the weirdest things you ever witnessed, like, or things that just like stick with you forever, like with dead bodies being around?
Well, first penis I ever saw was on a dead dude.
Okay, Jesus. Yeah. But like,
That was my first.
that was the first time.
That was the first time.
Yeah.
Didn't know what that was.
But how did you and Daniel Harris link up to like, you know what, us two, we want to do the podcast?
You know, it's so funny because I tell Danielle all the time that I've been trying to be her friend since '07, and she's always been like, okay, little girl,
Yeah.
we're not going to. So I think our age finally matched up, and we realized that we just have a lot in common, and I think our partners saw that our chemistry was so strong, and like I said, we support each other in women in horror and just people in horror in general, and we just have a love and an understanding for the horror community. So, what better way than to do a podcast together?
And since you are a fan of horror, and of course, you played Laurie Strode in the Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween movies.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite horror movies that that you made? That are not like your typical ones, like the Halloweens or the.
I really like May.
Right?
This indie movie May. I really love that. I mean, obviously, Pet Sematary is one of my favorites. The Exorcist, I know. I mean, even The Quiet Place, what they're doing now with that sort of thing. I like things like with senses. So Danielle and I are actually doing some horror movies together.
Oh, you guys! I heard you guys talking about that.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna get together and make your own
Yes.
movies.
So we are. We are going to do a movie a year starring her and myself, but just different horror scenarios. So we're very excited about that.
And if you guys want to know more about it, you guys gotta check out the Talk Scared to Me podcast. You also have a Patreon page.
Yes, we do. Patreon Scout Compton, and then she has one horror gal.
So what kind of stuff do you guys do on the Patreon?
So we do movie nights, post like some behind the scenes stuff, combos. I have like a secret Instagram that I do with lives behind the scenes of Talk Scary to Me. I'm going to con next week, so I'm going to bring my followers with me there.
Yeah, make sure you guys check them out.
Yeah.
You guys can listen to them on like Spotify and a whole bunch of other different
Apple
platforms.
Podcasts, all of it.
Yeah.
And if you want to see the video of Talk Scary to Me, you have to join our Patreon of Talk Scary to Me.
Yeah, make sure you guys check it out. Show them some support. Me and my friends, we listen to it religiously, especially like on the bus to work.
Yes.
But Scout, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
We really do appreciate
Thank
it.
you. I loved it.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Well, that was super cool. Getting to go to Dark Delicacies, chit-chatting with Scout Taylor-Compton, also known as Desiree. If you guys don't know, that's her real name. You find out if you listen to the podcast that she has, the Talk Scary to Me podcast. Really cool chatting with the Scream Queen herself, and of course over there at the lovely Dark Delicacies. But when it comes to autographs, I'm a big collector of autographs, but I've never gotten hers. Not even today. Maybe one day in the future. But guys, check her out. I'll have all her information down below to her Instagram and her Talk Scary to Me podcast. But also, if you guys are wondering where I'm at, check out this video right here on the screen. I made a video at this video store. Check it out right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one.